the
Yeah,
same concept. So it's just like harnessing the power. Um, because it's a hypnosis, it goes deep. It goes deep, man. I've learned from some great individuals and how important the frequencies are, man. It could literally make you happy, make you sad, make you motivated, make you unmotivated. It's just like
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to elevate New York right now, especially for the past like 5 years with this whole violence and drill scene going on.
yeah.
I'm preaching to my homies like, yo, don't do that no more. Like, change your life. Try to go pop. You know what I mean? Like, it used to be whack to want to be a pop star. Now, what?
Yeah.
Let's take over the world. Let's take over the world. I'd rather sing this Colombiano tape about a drop, but I've I've just been dropping singles. I've been honing in on this like Spanglish, like underground New York sound right now. It's kind of like jazzy, kind of like gremlin voice type. But yeah, I've been
Yeah, yeah,
I'm pushing right now like my Spanish for sure. They gotta go back to the engineer. They gotta go back to the studio. Your best friends in this industry has to be the engineers and the
yeah.
producers. They're the real plugs, not the artist, bro. The artist always hits up the producer and engineer to get them in other studios. That's a fact. Hey everybody, my name is M.R.I. NYC. I'm from New York City. I was born in Colombia, raised out here, and we active. What's up, my brother? How are you?
And I am good. I'm good, man. Of course, welcome to Cap City Digital. It's good to connect with people who are. Oh, what time is it down there?
What time is it down here? It's 2 o'clock. It's 2 p.m. So like it just got nice out. The sun just came up
Yeah,
a few hours ago. Yeah. What time
yeah,
is it over
yeah,
there?
yeah.
It's 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Okay,
So it's
okay. Six
the sun
hours.
is.
Are you ahead of me? Are you, is today Friday or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Saturday?
6 hours ahead. We're 6 hours
6
ahead.
hours
Yeah.
ahead? Okay, cool. So you're from the future. Right?
The past, yeah.
Because
Man.
my uncle's in Australia, so he's like a day ahead.
Oh, a day ahead. Literally a day ahead.
So I always like when it's his birthday, I call him a day late by accident, and he's like, "Oh yeah." But
That's
yeah,
dope,
now
man.
we're out here in New York
Man,
making it happen.
welcome to. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good to see because you are like maybe the fifth person we've done New
Okay,
York City art, and yeah, so it's good to connect with the people who are moving and
cool.
who are notable enough so that people can reach out to people in all the way in Africa just to say,
Make
yo,
connections
look at
happen, make
this
it
person.
worldwide. You never know
You
who
know
you
what I mean?
inspire. You never know who you inspire. You know what I mean? Like, and you
Yeah,
never
yeah, yeah,
know who's inspired by you as well. So it's just like it's really beautiful because I told you I was born in Colombia, so like I'm the only one in my family here. So it's just like the more you connect with more countries throughout the world, the more worldwide it's kind of getting
yeah,
back to your roots. Like I love
yeah.
it. Love it, you know.
Bro, before anything, I know that you are a producer, you're an engineer,
Yes.
you wear a few hats, yeah, a couple of things that you do, you're an A&R and a
Yes.
few other things. But then before we get into the nitty-gritties, let's start here. The name MRI. That come from and why that name?
Yeah, it's MRI, it's like my last name is Marti. So like the MRI is in there when you take away the AT. So it's already in my last name, right? But it
Yeah,
also makes sense to me because I see through it all. Just like an MRI does, it's a magnetic force. The machine is literally magnets that are spinning fast and it tracks and it just sees everything that the good and bad you never know you had. You know what I mean? So I picked that name because I feel like I'm very good with reading people, very good with reading energies. And I sometimes see good in people that they don't even know they had. I sometimes see some flaws that I fix with people. I'm like, you didn't even know you had that. And yeah, I'm also a magnetic force and I attract a lot of things. So I feel like it's fitting. You feel me? It's just the
yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
Gotta go against the hospital now. So,
Oh man,
when you Google me, so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but the day you look
Especially
up MRI and it shows my face instead of the hospital machines, yeah,
that's
we made
yeah,
it. We made it that day. You feel me? So
yeah.
that's
Now
where like my name come from.
Yeah, no, that's a dope one, man. That's a dope one.
Thank you,
You
brother.
because at the moment you're competing with the actual medical machinery, the day
Literally.
you
The day
name
you
your
see my name, just like Pitbull, you look up Pitbull and you see the artist instead of the dog. That's the day I made it. Word. For real.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope. That's dope. And
Thank
now
you,
you
bro.
mentioned you're from Colombia,
Hmm.
and of course, you were raised in New York. Which part of New York?
Oh, Manhattan. Manhattan my
Oh,
whole life. Hell's Kitchen I'm at right now. You feel me?
yeah, yeah,
I've been
yeah,
here for the
yeah,
past like 11 years in Hell's Kitchen, and then Manhattan for the past like 20 years. You feel me? So just literally
yeah,
Manhattan. I feel like I'm a Manhattan prince. I rarely leave the island. I only go to Brooklyn for like my friend's event or like a live performance or something. I barely travel. Like
yeah,
I just New York is so tied to me. I make so much happen every day in New York that it's just like every time I go to vacation for like a week or two, I feel like the city's gonna collapse or something sometimes. You know what I mean? That's how I be feeling.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm just very interlocked myself with New York. Where
How do those two worlds collide? Like, how does the culture of the Colombian culture and you being raised in New York, is there what do you take from both worlds, to shape?
I mean, it's just it's funny because you hear Colombia. Oh, you were born there? Like, I don't know. Suddenly people put respect on your name because they know
Yeah,
they've heard rumors
Bando,
about Colombians and how they
Bando.
get. And so it's interesting because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you were born there, you came here and you were five." They're like they just respect you off rip because it's like, yeah, I'm a different breed. I'm literally from a third world. Like that's my country and my all my family's there. So it's like for me, it's just I've been out here and it's when I see my family and they're all so smart and intelligent, but there's such limited opportunities in Colombia for people. You could be the top of your class. You could literally have like my uncle did, have his name engraved in the architecture school of the toughest school to get into in Colombia. And he comes to America and he's driving a bus for Universal in Florida. You know what I'm trying to tell you? When this
Yeah,
man is a genius architect. And it's just multiple people in my family are like they're extremely smart, but just limited opportunities because of the environment they're just in. You feel me? So when I'm in New York, I use that drive and motivation that I'm the only one here, that my family worked harder and they're not really living as I am. You know what I mean? And I use that to just apply that to New York and then also just being Spanish, trying to stay true to my culture. When my grandma comes visit, she don't even speak English. We're trying to teach her. But just like the food, the culture. I almost forgot Spanish when I was 12, to be honest, because I was just in America for so long. Then I went back, and then it all came back to me for like 2 months. After 2 months, and then it just means a lot, bro. It separates me from what everyone else is. It makes my story unique. It makes my bloodline unique. On some spiritual stuff as well. I
yeah,
feel like I'm connected to some indigenous, past that I have no idea how to look upon. You know what I'm saying? Like a mystery in a sense. You feel me? So I don't know. I feel like I'm built different. I feel like most Colombians are either they're innovators. They change the world somehow, good or bad. It's unfortunately some Colombians change the world for bad, but the ones that change the world for good are different. They don't play around. They don't play around. When they set their minds, they get that done, and they don't. Yeah, so that kind of helps me just kind of do what I do with the city. That's why I can A&R. That's why I know so many people because it's just I don't know. I'm built different. I'm just built different, man. And it's like I'm hungry.
yeah, yeah,
Colombians are hungry when you know what I mean. When they set their minds to
yeah,
stuff, they learn. They want to be the number one at that, the best in the world.
for
So
sure,
that's
yeah,
that's kind of how it plays into to me. It's a competitive like competitive genetics. You feel me?
yeah,
So
yeah. Now, you mentioned your Spanish, uh, you know, culture and all these. How do you put these together? And is there anyone who actually inspires you in the Colombian culture? And do you actually put cross it over to your music now?
yeah, I speak Spanish and English on my tracks. Like my ad lib, one of my main ad libs that everyone loves is Colombiano, which is just like Colombian, but and just like in my my voice because I have many voices and shit. I rap, I sing, I do a lot. Uh, but yeah, I definitely put it in my music because I be singing in Spanish. Most Spanish artists or rappers in New York City tend to be, you know, like Dominican or Puerto Rican for the most part. You know what I mean? Or Mexican as well. So it's just like in New York City industry right now, I don't really know of too many Colombians that are in the industry. I could name a handful for sure. Those are my brothers, you know, but in terms of like making a huge impact and a huge community in New York, I have yet to see like a whole Colombian movement come out of New York for real. That's not drug related, you know. That's on some real music and you know, bringing people together. So I've just been trying to navigate towards that. It's just trying to bring the Spanish community together. I like all my Dominicans and my Puerto Ricans, they help me out OD. Like I'm trying to involve more Colombians when I can. It's just rare sometimes to see them in this industry. But every time I see a Colombian, for a fact, it doesn't matter how nice you are, bro, or it doesn't matter. We're locked in. Oh, you're Colombian. We're Colombian. We're here. We made it somehow. We're here right now. Yeah, now we're locked in. Let's lock in. Like if it's a producer, send me beats. I got you. Like I don't even you don't gotta say show me nothing else. Your Instagram, nothing, bro. You Colombian. Let's work. Let's work. You feel me? Like let's be
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
this
yeah,
community. So yeah, I always try to like incorporate that. Especially with the fashion too. A lot of my friends are like Latinos, and they've been helping me out with the my image and stuff. Called like half of the world leather. He's Ecuadorian, and we locked in because of some South American brotherhood.
yeah,
He likes my
yeah,
music too, so it's just like a certain like it's a very loyal community, you know, especially when it's Latinos. So I'm just trying to unite all the
yeah,
Latinos because like, it's like we're just trying to see each other win, and it's a huge community everywhere in the world, not just New York, not just America. Anywhere in the world is one of the biggest markets as well. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
trying to target that because it's my people first and foremost, and also just globally the dominant market right now. You know,
Actually,
that's
yeah,
what's running the
it's been good.
world.
Yeah,
An
yeah,
inspiration would be J Balvin. He's Colombian.
yeah, yeah,
In the
yeah, yeah,
world,
yeah,
we're running the world with the music. Maluma, you know, running the world.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like these are
yeah.
Colombians that could do it, and I know at a certain level when I get next to them, they're gonna be like, "You're Colombian too." Just like that, just like that. No, we do like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the fist. It's just
Yeah,
I just know that's gonna happen, you know. So it's just like I love that about Colombians that we're like, oh yeah, we're locked in as soon as like we lock in. You feel me? So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
And you know, it's one thing when people who are for instance, I'll give you an example. You see, when Cardi B released "I Like It Like That,"
Mhm.
you know, there was so much for us, you know, and people all around the world, so much we didn't, in terms of the words, the lyrics, we couldn't understand a thing. But that
Right.
song, it became number one on Apple Music in that year, you know, which means despite the words, the lyrics,
It's a feeling.
there's just something about it, that feeling, yeah,
Feeling. It's a
that
feeling
is,
that music
so,
gives. You know, it's
yeah,
like makes you want to just party, have a good time. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
good vibes. It's good vibration. Spanish music is definitely good vibes, and it's just like it's captivating as well. So it's just like in terms of producing too, I'm trying to use like elements from my country. You know, when I make beats, um,
yeah.
to try to incorporate that with the modern sound we have in New York too. You know, so it just all
Okay.
goes hand in hand. My grandma reminds me of stories. You know, of like
Yeah.
photos, videos. They always tell me to come visit, but I told you I feel trapped here sometimes. So it's just like I'm trying to always find my way back. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always trying to find my way back.
And
More.
now, let's go back just a little bit. In your life personally, you know, who is that one person that you can maybe thinking back that you can say, you know, this person kind of introduced me to music. This person, what they were playing, they introduced me, whether it's your mom or your uncle, who did that for you?
Definitely my mom, because she had me do guitar lessons at 7 years old in Roosevelt Island. Um, and that's how I literally started music. You know, I started learning how to read music, how to play the guitar, and
Hmm.
I didn't know that this would help me later on in my life as an engineer, but learning how to tune a guitar when it's out of tune, learning what I had one note that I just remembered exactly how it's supposed to sound like, right? So I apply that to like my engineering now, to like when I'm looking for auto tune keys or when I'm looking for the right key for the beat. Um, Yeah, it just sounds right. I didn't go to engineering school. I was lucky enough to be around people that spend their lives engineering and producing, and they taught me their method. You feel me? And then I did my own research, and that's how I got nice with it. But it's a feeling, especially when you know how to tune the guitar. It's the same thing for the voice. If it's off, it's off. I don't know how to explain it. It's just my body knows when it's pitched correctly now. You know what I mean? And that was through guitar. So that
Yeah,
was since 7 years old. I stopped at like 15 and took a break from music to try to like pursue college, and that didn't really work out. So I came back to New York when I was 20, and I was just like, nah, it's now or never. I got to go all out. Started engineering in my studio, in my crib, in my room, and then I got an internship at a studio. Rose up the rankings from there, and then just started because of how well I did in that studio, bringing business, events, artists, awareness, and motion in that. Other studios started hitting me up to work with them. And so then I just got access to all the major studios in New York City. And that's how I started A&Ring, because I was the one putting the lit rappers in these big studios to give them the chance
yeah,
to get a platform, to get
yeah,
the right engineer, you know what I mean? Because there's certain people in the room that are my homies, but they'll change your life. That's my man, though. We're not gonna change each other's lives. We're locked in. We already changed each other's lives. You feel me? You're not looking at me
yeah,
like a new person that I'm bringing to the studio. He's already we already got our own situation. You understand what I'm saying? You never know who's around me, and that's very important because to me, the biggest shortcut is the studios. It's like the airport. It's like you could try to chase French Montana. You could try to chase whoever across the world, trying to go to where they're going to their events, Dave East, um, to their pop up shops, to their greeting meet, Chris Brown's $750 greeting meets. You could do
yeah,
all of that, right? But they're
yeah.
not gonna. It's not the same feeling as in when you're in a vulnerable space that's theirs. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go to a meet and greet, if you go to a concert, even if you go to a club with all these rappers, it's not the same as if you're one on one in a studio. They're not even gonna
Studio,
question.
yeah.
Even if you're an intern in that studio, they're not even gonna question why you're here. They'll be like, okay, you
Mhm.
you know the right people. That's why you're in this room. So I could already take you serious because you somehow made your
Yeah,
way to my session, into my room. You're somehow here.
yeah,
In the club, oh, you
y-
paid somebody. Oh, you paid a bottle. Or you paid a promoter. And
yeah,
concerts, you paid a ticket, but you're a fan. You understand? Versus like you're in the studio, you're like, who are you? Because you're in the same
yeah,
room as I am, even though I tour the world, even though I got private jets, I got a mansion, and the other person is just an intern with the hopes and dreams, right? But now they're in the same room,
yeah,
and because of that, now they're not looking at you as a fan or trying to use them. Now they're seeing you as a person, and you're seeing that individual as a person who people look up to or worship in a sense. Then when you talk to them, it's just about your demeanor
yeah,
too and being authentic. People respect you, real recognize real.
yeah,
So every time I talk to everyone, I talk to them like they're normal people. I'm not really phased by all of that. You know what I mean? Like I've met a lot of people that everyone's just normal. Everyone's
yeah,
normal.
yeah, yeah,
Really. So it's
yeah,
just about the setting they're in, Let's be real. And yeah, so once I got connected with everyone and I got them a better engineer, or I got them a better producer, or I got them a better videographer, because all my homies are more talented. We're just not given the platform or opportunity to shine where we need to, right? So every time I had the opportunity to be like, my man's does it better. Like, who you? I'm like, let the results speak. And then when they do it better, they're like, what else? What else you do? And I'm like, all right, we're locked in. You feel me? So it's airports. You got to check in. Every studio is an airport. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to Dubai, they're going to America, they're going to Texas,
yeah,
but they got to go back to the engineer. They got to go back to the studio. Your best friends in this industry has to be the engineers and the
yeah,
producers. They're the real plugs, not the artist, bro. The artist always hits up the producer and engineer to get them in other studios. That's a fact. And so like
yeah,
those became my
yeah,
friends, bro. Those became the next wave and generation of the modern sound in New York, because we were all interns. That we moved up together, figured it out together, bonded together, been in situations where it's like we held each other down. Now we're just locked in. Yo, you're at that new studio. All right, we out. It's never about the studio. It's about the engineers and the motion where they want to
yeah,
go. So
yeah,
that's definitely helped me out a lot. Is just connecting with everybody. In the studios, and then musically too. You play guitar, you start vibing with people. Once you know music for real, people know that you know music and you love music, so people just want to collab with you. Then slowly they're like, "Oh, you're an artist too?"
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you, but yes, I am. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing all of this. You know what I'm saying? But now it's organic instead of me pushing it onto you. Now you're asking
Yeah.
me, and now you want to find out for yourself. And then when they find out, they're like, "Whoa, nah, you're super
Mm-hmm.
tough." And then everyone just starts working with me, and that's just literally how my journey has been throughout like the past couple of years. It's just put it work, add value to the room,
Yeah.
let people organically discover you. So it's authentic, so it's not genuine, so it doesn't feel barter. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like synthetic. It's organic. And yeah, and now here we are making
Yeah.
motions, making waves. So that's just a little spiel that
Man,
I had.
you bring up some important, yeah, you bring up some important points, because a lot of people they don't really think about the step one, step two, step three, and I think with your journey, the way that you just spoke about it now, I mean, you just broke it down. Step one, that's what you did. Step two, that's what you did, and I think you really bring up a very good point when you talk about it's not really about the artists, but the engineers and the people behind those are the people who make things happen
They have to
actually,
come back
you
to
know
them. You just made them
yeah,
a million hits because of how it sounded. Because the artists can't do that. Most, not all, but most artists can't do that for themselves. They are depending
yeah,
on somebody. They are depending on their
yeah,
engineer. Sometimes it's three of them. Guess
yeah.
what? They're all my friends. So now you can't run from me, can't escape me. Like I'm next to your homies. You feel me? Like you might not pick up for me, but you're gonna have to check in. And then we're gonna talk about business. You feel me? So it's just like, yeah, that's the most important things. And we're slept on. We're slept on. They don't want to give us royalties. They don't want to give us part of the songs, but we're the ones that literally created the masterpiece in a sense or painted it. You feel me? It's like artists sketch what they want, and then we're the ones painting oil paintings on them and getting paid dirt,
Yeah.
and we created a whole union this year, actually, a engineer union.
Okay.
Because a lot of people try to play,
Uh-huh.
take advantage, try to not pay, try to walk out, try to finesse, and
Yeah.
we came together in New York at least. Shout out my boy Gecko, shout out Nice. And we just literally, if anybody messes up with one of us, they get put into that chat and just that's it. They can't ever record in any of the studios in New York City. So that's just
Oh,
how we protect each other and just keep our community, as one.
okay. Okay.
And it works because now
That's
there's no issues. Now
yeah.
there's no issues with any client at all. Every client pays on time, pays early, just gets it done. And yeah, we help run each other's studios as well. Like I send my engineers to his studio. Yo,
Yeah.
I got too many clients from me today. You need some clients. Yo, I don't you want to engineer this session? Same with him, because most of the owners are engineers and producers just hungry, trying to get it too, trying to create a facility where they could put themselves on the map.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. So studios are super
Now,
important. I'm a studio rat. I live, breathe, and almost sleep in studios all the time. And I go home and shower, take a nap, and then go right back, like go right back.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
that's my
I
best
mean, you
advice.
know quite a few things about the studio. You're an engineer, A&R,
Yeah, I
all
mean, we
these
had
things.
to learn. We had to learn because at a certain point, you're by
Yeah.
yourself. You're by yourself as an intern, and then it's like, what are you gonna do? Just sit there,
Yeah. Yeah.
figure this out, read the manual. Some advice for everybody out there: read the manuals, read the
Yeah.
hardware, what you're working on, understand what plugins do, understand what EQs do, really understand it.
Yeah.
Don't just like, yes, it's all about feeling, but it's also about understanding what you can possess it to do. Because when I first started,
Yeah.
I didn't know that you had to lower everything so you can maximize more headroom in the post production and mastering. Or, I used to just
Mm-hmm.
try to bring everything up because you would think logically that would make it louder, right? From
Okay.
somebody that
Yeah.
doesn't know, just turning everything up, just make it louder. Because most artists just want it
Yeah.
louder.
Make.
Truth is, you got to make it
Mm-hmm.
lower. So it's like energy. A nuclear bomb is a small thing that if done
Mm,
correctly could be one of the biggest sounds ever,
yeah.
explosions ever. You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah.
same concept. So it's just like harnessing the power. Uh, because it's a hypnosis. It goes deep. It goes deep, man. I've learned from some great individuals and how important the frequencies are, man. It could literally make you happy, make you sad, make you motivated, make you unmotivated. It's just And it's like you
Yeah,
also got to be
yeah,
careful with the words you say too, and the power of manifestation as well. Something I try to
yeah,
tell
yeah,
my
yeah,
youngins, because in New York, the drill. Everyone be saying some wild stuff, and 9 times out of ten,
yeah,
they're all my homies because I engineer them, or I help them, or I A&R them, or I do songs
yeah,
with them, and it saddens me because
yeah.
if they weren't enemies, they would literally be best friends. Most of my friends,
Yeah,
bro. You
that's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
Like they're literally the same
yeah,
people, same heart, just different neighborhood, different area, and it's just like
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to elevate New York right now, especially for the past like 5 years with this whole violence and drill scene going on. I'm just
yeah,
trying. I'm preaching to my homies like, yo, don't do that no more. Like, change your life, bro. Try to go pop. You know what I mean? Like, it used to be whack to want to be a pop star. Now, what?
yeah,
Let's take over the world. Let's take over the world. I'd rather sing than scream on a track, or
yeah.
I'd rather and
Yes.
I'd rather have girls come than problems. It's like, is it you feel me? So I'm just trying to always help people remain on a positive lane throughout life as well. That's something that I wish somebody did for me or more people did for me. So it's like I just try to apply what I wish I had to others because I know I would have been grateful and I would have used that to change the world. So I'm just trying to change the world overall, and I feel like music is one of the most powerful tools to really do that. At the end of the day, all these rich, successful people randomly want to do a song. They randomly want to do a rapper. They randomly want to chill with rappers. Like it's so strange to me how it really is, but hey, man, it's
Yeah.
a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing,
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about all of that, but it's just yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing.
No,
It's
no,
like an
no.
addiction. It's like an
Yeah,
addiction. But you know what I mean? Like this
yeah,
music.
yeah. And I mean, me hearing you, I mean, this is the first time we've met,
Talk, yeah.
but already I can hear your passion. Yeah, I can hear your
I'll,
passion. I can hear the specifics that that you know. There's a certain level when an artist knows their sound, where they don't have to rely on,
nobody.
external people, but they know their sound, how they are sonically supposed to sound. And that's what I expect from your sound, from your passion, the way you speak about it, and But
Yeah, and
then
it's
I'm pretty sure it must be difficult to find a collaborator, people
I
that you
mean,
collaborate with.
I
Yeah,
collab with the whole city, bro. It's not that easy. It's not that hard. Once you have a studio and you have the right engineers, you just start inviting the right people, and then they all start like everyone just starts flocking because New York is word of mouth as well. Like you gotta it's kind of whack, but it's kind of cool. But it's like,
yeah,
yeah, it's just like whoever is talked about the most, people just gravitate towards. It's like a bad but a good thing. It's just part of the game.
yeah,
But it's like it's, I barely sleep chasing my dreams doing this, and it's like what
yeah,
other artists you
yeah,
see really taking their time. Like I could name a handful of people in my network, but in this music industry, what artist is really opening up their own studios, buying their own equipment, figuring out how to really, mix and figure out all these plugins, paying for the plugins, like
yeah,
paying for the mastering. You know what I mean? Like I engineer others, and my mixes are A1. I don't engineer myself fully. I have my best engineers that over the years, bro, I've had to argue with them about fixing this and that, bringing other people to the room to fix this, and for them to be like, my sound. And then
yeah,
when it's not my sound. So and I'm also an artist where it's like if an engineer can't BS me straight up. He's like, if it sounds wrong, move over because you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of timing I'm on. It's like, what can't you do? It's like, bro, if we just had a laptop right here, we can make anything. We can make the beat, we can mix, we can master it, and we could hypnotize the world just like that, change the world just like that. Just from our fingertips, bro, in our
yeah,
mind. That's not crazy. And it's like lethargic for me. So it's like I like to it just gets out all my anger. It's like a good way to express yourself without, especially when you don't know how to
yeah,
express yourself. I'm not really good at expressing myself, especially when it's about me. If it's about music, I'll tell you the world. You feel me? But when it's about me, it's easier said
yeah,
than done. So music helps me
yeah.
lock in on that, take away all the
Okay,
voice,
yeah,
take away the extra noise out, and just focus. And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
my boy just brought all his plaques, his Grammy nominations, his Grammy awards. And this is my neighbor in my studio. He just brought all the plaques out 2 days ago, and it's just like, all right, all right, you know what I mean? Like we're right there, and bro's asking me about yo, what do you think of this? What would you add to this? You know what I mean? Like I'm already there. I just
Yeah,
gotta really lock in even
yeah,
more. It doesn't matter how locked in you were back then or back then. You gotta lock in twice as hard now. 1%. So my this Olympian dean for because I used to wrestle in high school. He taught me
yeah,
you always gotta be 1% better than your opponent.
yeah,
And even if it's 1% a day, bro, at the end of the year, that's 365% better than you were, you know,
yeah,
and your opponent. And
yeah,
your opponent is yourself at the end of the day. A lot of these artists
yeah.
let this drama, let this extra stuff get in their head, and then that's why I never
That's
dropped a
why.
project. You know what I mean? Like that's why I just keep dropping
Yeah,
singles back and forth. I keep scrapping projects, keep scrapping. That's just like my perfectionist flaw. You know what I mean? But the truth
yeah,
is, what defines perfection? Is it
yeah,
today or is it your future? You know what I mean? Because in the future, your definition of perfect changes, you know,
yeah.
whether it be people or whether it be your sound or whether it be the beat you want. You know, it's like today is perfect. Just let it be. Enjoy today, you know. That's kind
Yeah.
of like my philosophy for it as of lately. Cause then, oh, it's not perfect today. I'm gonna drop it 2 months from now. Then 8 months pass and 3 years pass, you know, and
It's
then
fast.
suddenly
Yeah,
it's over. It's over. That moment
yeah,
in time is over. Instead of just releasing it
yeah.
to the world, you know what I mean? That energy just, it's like bread, it went stale, or like cheese, it just went bad, you know? So that's
Mm-hmm,
one thing
mm-hmm.
I wish I just kind of let go more of. But that was me trying to figure out the sound, trying to not just settle with BS, trying to not just settle with what that was, you know? So it's like a balance of
Yeah,
trying to just figure it out for real. Even though I figured out a lot of stuff, it's as always, it's a never ending battle of just trying to figure out and just more knowledge and learning. Every day, a new plugin is brought to the world, and you're like, well, that just changed. Gotta wipe the board. You know what I mean? Like that just changed the whole equation. Or like a new artist
yeah, yeah,
started rising. Like you know, and then it's like what even defines an artist right now? Because everyone's just going
yeah,
viral or
yeah.
doing
Mm-hmm,
meme raps. It just doesn't make sense sometimes.
yeah. What
You
are
guys
you
think
working on,
about
by the
that?
way?
What am I working on?
Oh,
I had a
yeah,
whole Colombiano tape about to drop, but I've I've just been dropping singles. I've been honing in on this like Spanglish, like underground New York sound right now. It's kind of like jazzy, kind of like gremlin voice type. But yeah, I've been
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm pushing right now like my Spanish for sure. Spanish Detroit,
yeah, yeah.
and I'm gonna be back on my reggaeton and like fall stuff for this season. I've just literally been setting up my own studio with my partners. We opened it up like 4 months ago in Midtown Manhattan. So we've
Okay.
literally like with our bare hands, just on top of all the other studios I have relationships
Mm-hmm.
with, I finally opened up my own space with my brothers, and it's just been good because we doing it again. It just felt like a restart. You know, it felt like
Yeah,
I went through other studios and did it, started from the beginning, brought it up, and then went to another one, built it up, and then, and I feel like for this one, this could be like the final, like it's ours now. There's always people in the way sometimes too, especially when you're not credited, with properly with what you got, or people don't believe or see the vision. It's like I'm not here to convince people no more that I'm right or that I have a vision that could really change things. Every time I was in another studio, shout out to the owners because they let me eventually do what I want. But there's
yeah,
always an opinion in the way. There's always like, oh, let me think about that. It's like, do you know how long I've been thinking about this? You know what I'm trying to tell you? Like, like, do you know how long I've been thinking
yeah,
about this to bring this up to you? It's not like it's not like I'm just thinking of something and being like, oh, this is a cool idea. What do you think about it? It's like, no, I've genuinely thought about this for a while and it could definitely work. And then time is sensitive because 8 hours later, okay, yeah, MRI, bring that person through. We had a meeting with all eight of us. We had a whole council meeting to discuss this one play. And then guess what? That person that was gonna come here, that was a major play that was gonna make y'all look good, and I could have done it right there. She's
yeah,
gone.
yeah,
She's on the plane right now. And 8 hours later, when y'all decided that, yeah, you're right, it's over. It's over. So it's just like I'm
yeah,
also on that type of time where it's like I don't need nobody in my way right now. I just need everybody to just let me breathe, let me do what I do, and trust the process because it's worked for multiple people. People have gotten signed. People have the whole New York has changed from production to artistry, everything. Now I did it for everybody because I wanted to see if it worked. You know what I mean? and it's working. So
Yeah,
now it's applied to me and my team
yeah,
fully.
yeah,
There's always been hints, but yeah, you know. So it's time to just apply for yourself, and also it's kind of
yeah.
selfish, but
Now,
you gotta put yourself
now,
first. You gotta put yourself
which
first.
track are you currently putting forward?
Right now, I just dropped Carlitos Way, which is produced by my boy Vasi Love and Roman Casper. It's like this Detroit Spanish sound. It's like I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it when I made it. You know what I mean? I was just like, cause yeah, I get deep in my raps. I get philosophical. I sing my heart out about broken hearts. But I don't know this Spanish like gremlin little pocket I got. It's fun to me because it's like I get to talk my stuff and I get to like it's kind of like an I don't care attitude or persona of mine. You understand what I mean? And so yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So yeah, Carlito's Way is this Spanish Detroit track. I just dropped. It's produced by my boy Vasi Love and my boy Roman Casper. So it's like all my music you hear, it's either I made the beats or one of my friends made the beat. It's like, it's very in-house. It's our own sound that we've all been developing throughout the years. But yeah, it's like this Spanglish Detroit gremlin voice I got where honestly I just had fun with it. I had fun with it. I get to talk my stuff, I get to talk how I want and just kind of like it's like an I don't care personality or persona I have. You know what I mean? It's one of those that I don't care. I'm litty, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
jiggy. I'm a New Yorker, and then I'm like, I have fun with it because like sometimes I be trying to stress myself out, trying to make a hit, and something one of my homies really, put in perspective. Because I'm very versatile. I could sing, I could rap, I could do everything, but I have to find my sound this year for real, like my sound. Like I always create a sound in a sound. You know what I mean? And some of my songs, I have a sound that's there, but I really just have to hone in on that. So I've been just trying to gravitate towards the Spanish rap and Spanish singing. But
yeah,
yeah, I had fun with these tracks. These last three tracks I dropped, I genuinely had fun, and someone told me don't forget to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm pushing this track. It's cool. It's like for the girls, it's for the guys. It's nothing like it's cool. I like it. I like it. It's fun. It's fun. It gives you a whole energy where you just want to get lit and you just wanna, I've been
yeah,
like but sometimes my energy's rowdy. I like in the past the aux that I have with Fresher Digs, the award that I give out when we have a bunch of performers is the MRI award, which is the most rowdy individual award, right? So it's who has the most energy. Because I'm super energetic. Like I've been thrown in the air before. Like some of my music that I make, that's why it's like people want me to
yeah,
hone sound. I bring a lot of energy to what I do. And so I've been trying to just it's like a rowdy
yeah,
movement is like kind of what I'm like the most rowdy movement is kind of like what I'm starting to push right now, which is just you don't got to be yelling, you don't got to be screaming, but it's like, oh, he's saying rowdy stuff, like, oh, he don't care, like he'll be outside popping his stuff, like being with mad girls, lit, you know what I mean? Like that's the type of music that I'm pushing right now. But you about to hear like the
yeah,
the the
yeah,
the jazz side of me, like the singing side of me, very soon because fall's coming up. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna drop one more Detroit.
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna drop one more Detroit song, and then I'm gonna switch to the R&B for the season. I'm about to be seasonal MRI. In the summer, you're gonna hear the dembo and the Spanglish Gremlin raps, but then in the fall and the winter, you're gonna hear like my R&B side more for the ladies and more like personal music. You know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So you said the song is Carlito's Way.
yeah. Carlito's Way. Yeah, it's inspired by Carlito's Way with Al Pacino, the cover art. The movie's a classic.
Yeah,
It's about a
yeah,
it's about an immigrant, moving up, moving up in the underworld, in the lifestyle. It's just about doing it his way and just getting to those riches. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to get towards. Is just like, yeah, I really built this up from the ground up. Shout out my mother. She's the only one like supporting me through all this, holding me down. And everyone else too, but not to that extent.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just an immigrant kid trying to just. I never cared for real. I always cared, but I never gave you know what I mean, an F. And it's like I'm just trying to push that because I'm still just rising to the top, and I just want it all. I don't know. I feel like I just want it all, and it's like
yeah. Yeah.
Carlito's way. That's like MRI's way. You know what I mean? Like I gotta do it my way. I know what to do. I done dealt with all kinds of people. I know how to maneuver. I know, I know they got respect for me out
Mhm.
here. So it's like I need to just elevate my life to like some luxurious lifestyle from nothing. Not nothing, but from
Yeah.
the ground up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like so that's like what
Yeah.
I'm aiming towards, and that's the energy I'm trying to put out.
Bro, thank you so much. We could go on forever, but
Nah,
I
we
have
really
to
could.
you know the
I know you
yeah
have another interview lined up. I
yeah
know we
yeah
could go
but
forever, man. I like your energy. You're really cool. You're a dope guy, man. For real. I really appreciate your time.
yeah. No, let's definitely keep in contact. Any other single that you drop, you can obviously let us know, and let's drop
Uh,
it this side as well.
yeah.
Let's touch the world, let's get the music out to the world,
Let's
there's
let's
a
let's
there's a
be
kid out
worldwide.
there. Yeah, yeah,
There's a
yeah,
kid out there that might be inspired, that might inspire me years later. You never know how this comes back to you. And that's the
you
beauty of
never know.
this. It's
You never
forever.
know.
It's immortality in a sense. It's the closest thing we have. So, shout
Oh,
out you, shout out Stellar, shout out everybody that, tunes in, and hopefully I inspire them the way I've been inspired by others. You feel me? So, and just keep
all right,
striving,
so
bro. Don't tell them you can't. And you have YouTube. You have YouTube.
yeah,
Learn from YouTube if you really don't have resources, man. Just tap into what you really
step
want.
in, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna allow you to actually introduce the song, the way that you would want to introduce it, right? So yeah, say your name, introduce the song in a radio way, in the way that you like to introduce in your manner, in your honor. Are you ready?
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready.
Three, two, one. Go.
It's your boy M.R.I. If you're not outside, you're popped. We here. Shout out everybody in the world. Carlito's way out now. Tap in. You know the vibes. Colombiano. We outside.
Boom, there you go.
Is it valid?
I'm all right, bro. Thank you
My
so
brother.
much for time.
Thank
All the
you. I
best
appreciate you.
on Kajol's way. All the best on your upcoming music. I hope you actually release that album.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. I just gotta lock in. I gotta lock in and get these mixes done. And I got
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much
Let
for
us
your
know when
time. Thank you for your
yeah.
energy and just good luck to your journey and just more prosperity to everything you got going on for you and your family and your loved ones as well.
There we go. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, my brother. Shout out Stella.
Yeah, yeah, Y cuando le meto se pone cochina. Me gustan latinas, me gustan las chinas. Kick to with a baddie, es una diva. I get in my way, feel like Carlito. Yeah, the way I'm scheming, no tan listo. This house I'm smoking.